never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I got Mr. BishopLo on the go in the house from South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
Good, man. Nice.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Good. Nice family meeting you in person. We try to do a stream.
My pleasure, my brother. You're a legend.
Thank you.
Legend, brother.
We tried to do a stream maybe a month ago, and on my end it was choppy because of my Wi-Fi. But he drove down here to do his interview. But we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna let Fleece interview him, and
what's up?
It ought to be a good one.
What's up, Bishop?
What's up with you, Uncle Fleece?
Man, I tell
good
you,
to meet
man,
you, sir.
Man, good to meet you, man. It's always a pleasure.
You are truly a legend.
It's a pleasure to always see people that are legends. You are one.
Thank you, brother.
We all are.
Thank you, brother.
You know, I want you to tell the fans a little about yourself so they can know who it is that I'm interviewing.
All right. My name is John David Wilkerson, Reverend Dr. John David Wilkerson, DD, Doctor of Divinity, also defunct, because I'm a non-believer, but that's a whole nother story. I'm 49 years old. I live in South Carolina. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a non-believer.
A non-believer in what?
A non-believer in God and religion.
Atheist, like. I mean, is it under that term, or is that a little too hard?
I think atheists are, I believe atheists
are somebody that just ain't gonna never believe.
They don't acknowledge a God. An atheist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, other than that, tell us a little about, do you work? You have an occupation? What have you ever worked at?
I don't currently work. I'm kind of handy abled. I don't know if the audience knows it or not, but let me see. I'll show y'all real quick. I'm a double amputee.
Yeah, he got prosthetic.
I got two prosthetic legs on here, metal legs.
You know, like in the movie Battleship.
With Rihanna.
Yeah, with Rihanna.
With that old Rihanna girl.
Yeah, and he walks fan on him, too.
I walk perfect on him.
And
prosthetic legs. I got two of them.
You got two of them.
I'm branded. They got polos on them. But I lost my legs 9/11. I'm a former New York City police detective. That's one of my jobs. You asked me where I work at currently. I don't work. But 9/11 was a great day. We survived it. And I'm still here. Minus two legs. Go ahead.
So you lost your legs how?
9/11. I was a detective in New York City.
Oh, during the 9/11.
Yes, sir.
Terrorist attack.
It was no terrorist attack.
What do you call it?
An insurance job, and a very elaborate one, too. No planes ever hit that.
So you lost your legs doing...
Left leg.
Your left leg doing that.
Lost his right leg a couple of years, like 2017, 16.
So how long did you work for the NYPD?
8.5 years.
As a policeman?
Off and on, yeah. In different capacities.
Did you like the job?
I loved the job. I loved it. I loved the freedom it afforded me to abuse drugs.
What you mean? I mean, can you elaborate a little?
Oh yeah, I got free drugs. You know, I had a badge and a gun.
Oh, so you was what? Excuse me if I said the people would call a dirty cop.
No.
You don't see yourself as that?
Watch your mouth.
Okay.
I was a filthy cop.
Filthy.
Right.
Do you...
Nothing sexual.
All right,
Take the sexual parts
drugs.
out, but
Just
yes,
drugs.
absolutely.
Just drugs.
I was a lewd and lascivious felon as a police detective.
Did you ever arrest people, take their drugs and keep it and stuff like that?
I absolutely arrested people. I absolutely took drugs from drug dealers, but I never arrested them and took their drugs.
Oh, you just took their drugs. Let them go.
Correct.
Okay, so now, years later.
Hold on, I'm sorry. And let me tell you why.
Why?
There's too much paperwork involved. You don't want paper trails. Don't that shit that you see on TV, throw that shit out the window.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
So, yeah, that's that Hollywood shit. Hollyweird.
Okay, yeah. Well, so, how many years has it been since you haven't been on the force?
2001. 24 years.
That you have not been on it?
Correct.
So do you have respect for the force now?
Absolutely not. What force?
So
force of what? The gangsters that are out there that get badges and guns, you mean?
Did you learn that while you was working for the police?
They teach you that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's taught.
So
what they teach you.
What's the type of life you living now?
Well, right now I own a home with an acre of land. I have 6 dogs, down from 17. And I own a taxi company. I opened a taxi company in my city because the taxi driver robbed me on a ride.
So you have children?
I have 2 children. I have a beautiful 28-year-old daughter and a handsome 13. I got 3 children. I got 2 boys and a girl.
Okay. Yeah. So now, what brings you to the show?
You,
me,
Big Lee.
Who
the fuck? Oh, excuse me.
No, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
y'all.
Watch the language.
Who in the world don't want to meet a legend or 2 in their time? You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And I'm sure if you have questions for me or you want something to speak to me about, we can speak about it right here.
Okay.
You know, and
let me tell you why we connect, you and I, Fleece.
Okay.
Okay. You are a born, bred, bona fide survivor. Okay?
I agree.
You have had things that you have endured in your life that were undeserved.
Mm-hmm.
That were designed to destroy you.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you're still here.
Yes, I am. Standing.
Right. So.
No weapon. Well, how did the scripture verse say? No.
Says no weapon formed against Fleece shall prosper.
That's it.
It didn't say. And this is the crazy part. Even the weapons that Fleece formed against himself didn't prosper.
I understand by talking to you, I keep hearing you talk. I detect a lot of wisdom in you.
You're a great detective. Now, wisdom, no, let me say this now. Wisdom, a lot of people don't know the actual definition of wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge applied. You see, we got a whole lot of we got a whole lot of people in this world with knowledge. Check this out. We got people in mental institutions. Did you know that most people in mental institutions are highly intelligent?
Yeah, Ted Bundy was intelligent.
Highly intelligent. Watch your mouth. Okay? Highly intelligent.
Yeah, very.
Okay?
But that's just one side of them. But what I was saying about you, though, I detect a lot of intelligence in you, and I see that even though you're a non-believer, mm-hmm. you are well versed in the scriptures.
I am. I had to learn the Bible.
How that came about?
My father, Reverend John Wilkerson Sr., ingrained in me. He had me in the basement in the house as a child.
A basement?
in the basement of the house. Yeah, in the house. We had it was a 3-story house. The kitchen and living room was on the first floor. Bedrooms were upstairs. Yeah. And we had a basement. He had a basement. Where he had a pool table and all this, his basement.
It was fixed up.
Oh yeah, it was nice.
It wasn't like a dungeon.
Oh, it was a dungeon for me. Because it was a prison for me because I had to study the Bible in Hebrew and Greek. I had to learn Hebrew and Greek before the age of 7 years old.
Did you?
Hebrew and Greek. And my father would test me on Friday afternoons. And if I failed those tests on Friday afternoons, I went through hell. I was locked in the basement until Sunday morning time to go to church. So I know the Bible well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't serve me at all. It's a great book.
Right.
I will take nothing away from it. Great book. But, it's
anything that, like sometimes I read books and I might don't agree with everything in the book, but I might find something in there kind of useful to use. It might be a sentence, a word, like in scripture-wise, it might be a verse, just one verse out of all of it that I may live a little towards.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's designed. You gotta understand, it's a book that's designed to,
Have you received anything out of the Bible?
Absolutely. It's a great book. A great book of allegories. It's a great book that people that now wait a minute. Now if you read the beginning part, if you get stuck in the Old Testament, with all the incest, murder, and God was in charge of all that. You know what I'm saying? He was, he sent out he anointed people to go out and rob and kill other people to get their stuff to bring to their kingdom. So if you get stuck in all that, if you can pass all that and get to the New Testament, then you're all right. But great book.
So what do you think about the New Testament, though?
I think that it's all.
I mean, is it a great book, a great story?
Absolutely.
Do you like the story?
The greatest lie ever told.
Do you like it? You like the story?
I don't. I don't like the fact that I was deceived, but that I was deceived by it for as long as I was.
In what way?
I was indoctrinated into believing into a religion, believing into a God by my parents, which is taught in the Bible.
What do you teach your kids?
Well, I don't have custody of my son. He's 13.
I mean, how would you prefer them to be taught?
I would prefer them to be free thinkers as my daughter is. My 28-year-old is a free thinker.
Right.
You know what a free?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I don't agree with that woke.
Trying to mold them into being who you want them to be, rather than who they may want to be on their own.
Here's what I got. I got a 13-year-old son by Bishop's daughter. Okay? I was involved with this church, the last church. Let me tell you why I'm not in church. Okay? I've never shared this with anyone. I'm going to share this right now. I have a 13-year-old son that I can't see because his mother suffers from the 3 B's syndrome. Bitter, broken, you can figure out the last one, syndrome. Okay? Bitter, broken, B syndrome. Okay? Mm-hmm. It didn't work out with us because at the time I was waiting on disability and she thought I was broke. She thought she's 10 years younger than me. She thought she had a nigga that she could, you can't. She thought she had a brother
cool.
that, that she could finesse out of his money.
Right.
Okay? And I fell in love with her. Bottom line.
Right.
I fell for the okie doke. She had some good pussy, and I fell for the okie doke.
Okay.
We have, she said I got a 13-year-old son now. That's fine. I pay every month for him. Not a problem. But she took access of my son from me. I got over $8,500 in the court system in South Carolina where I just gave up They sent us to mediation 3 times. I paid for her mediation. She ain't show up. She ain't show up to court to do this. I got tired. And I don't want, I'm just going to tell you who I am. I don't want no cracker telling me when I can be a father any damn way.
Right.
Okay? Visitation. The fuck is that? Visitation? This is mine. I take good care of mine. Every month. With no job. I ain't got no job, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know who made that rule up, but it don't seem like
no. If you got, no.
I mean, if you got a child, you should be allowed to see your child if your child wants to see you and you wants to see the child.
Right. A loving father.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to go back. She had a kid that was a year old, Jason. This is my white son. I have a white son.
Yeah.
He's 14 years old. I love that kid like he's my own, like he came out of me. Right. And he loved me. He was my first son. That's just how I got, and this is how I fell for the okie doke. I love kids, man. Why? Because my daughter's mother did the same shit. It's a pattern in my last name, Wilkerson. It's a
right.
Hey, listen, I tell you what. You believe in generational curses?
Yes, I do.
I don't believe in that shit, but I believe that habits, lifestyle habits, cause certain consequences.
Yeah, most definitely. It don't matter.
And I live the same lifestyle as my father. So I feel that I cursed, when you say air quotes, cursed myself by the lifestyle that I led, which I saw. You follow what I'm saying?
Why do you see it as a curse? Why couldn't you just see it as
I don't believe in curses.
As just a mistake, going down the wrong road, patterns.
When you live a certain way, your lifestyle will catch up with you.
But you skipping over the church thing. You was a part of a church?
Very big. I was a part of many churches.
Like, what was your job in the church?
Pastor, huh?
You was a what?
I've been a youth pastor. I've been a minister of music. I grew up in church. Even when I was in the system as a child, I was raised in the system, foster care and group homes.
Don't you know, and you may not believe this, but I have a pastor named Bruce Williams.
Mm-hmm.
If there's pastors out there, good ones too.
When you say good ones,
what I mean by good ones, I mean dare to do the will of God, as they see in the scripture, right? Hold on. Let me make this point I'm getting ready to make.
All right, go ahead.
And there's pastors out there, white and black, right now, even women, that were here to see this video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And hear you talking, and will be able to feel your pain, right? They would feel your pain, man, and they would know. Wait a minute.
All right.
Pain.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, you know what? I do have pain. I do. You're right. Go ahead.
Pain.
Mm-hmm.
And see, let me cut you short. Let me make the point first.
All right, go ahead.
They will hear you speak. And this is something you need to get over.
All right.
People will hear you speak and tell your background and how you was raised up in churches, how you was youth ministers and music ministers and stuff.
Almost raped in churches. Go ahead.
And well, whatever that was, that's a damn, evil presents itself everywhere. Evil's everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's not a place on earth evil is not present. So, my point is this, these people, this is what I feel you need to think on. You got people out there who listen to you, and you know what? They would take your name, and if you got a broadcast or anything, they'll subscribe to it. And they would have one mission, That is to get you right back on that path that you got up off of.
Yo, every comment on my YouTube channel, they try to, get me back to Christ. You need to go back to Jesus so you can get healed. What is he, a genie?
All right, Mr. Bishop, I want to ask you something else. I want to ask you a series of just small questions, right? Quick answers, like, have you ever been arrested?
Yes, several times.
Okay.
Hell, I was arrested before I was a cop, but because my mama was involved in the police department and the high ups, she got all of that.
Okay, right now, the life you living now, right? Is it a good life, bad life?
It's a bad life because people, all in my comments on my YouTube channel.
You have a YouTube channel?
I do.
What's the name?
What's the name of it?
I believe it's BishopLo on the go.
BishopLo.
BishopLoonthego, I believe.
Well, I'm going to ask people that is listening to subscribe to your channel to see.
Check me out, y'all.
I'm
a different kind of guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give you a shout out.
I can definitely listen. One thing you're going to get from my channel is motivation. I'm a legally blind, double amputee, 2-time cancer survivor. I've undergone general anesthesia for surgeries 43 times in my life. Brain cancer, glioblastoma survivor. I get the job done by myself most times. And if I can't get the job done, I can definitely point you in the right direction. So the whole message is I can motivate you.
And I want all my listeners and fans to believe him, take him at his word too. He came down here to Hustler Spirit.
And I'm glad I did, man.
And
I got a new family now.
This is the first time he even met us. And he told me, asked me about a car. I told him I'm in need of one.
I'm going to give Fleece Johnson the car, y'all. I don't know what kind yet, but I'm going to have... He gonna listen. Hold, let me say this on video now. He gonna have to make sure the motherfucker get delivered to him now. I mean, I got a truck and a trailer, but these hills, hell no. I like to die 14 times come here. But we gonna arrange some transportation. But I'm gonna make sure that Fleece gets a vehicle once he gets his license situation straightened out. Because I'm not going to put him in a situation to be unsuccessful with these fucking nasty, corrupt, bastard cops that's out here. I said it.
Mother cuffing.
Excuse me. These freaking lawless officers that are out here running around in these streets, I'm not going to put him in a bad situation. But
so,
get a vehicle
you used to be one of them type of
Yes, sir. A filthy one.
And you recognize that they still on the force.
They run the force.
But since you're no longer a policeman, how you feel about that?
About police?
About not being one.
Oh, I feel horrible about it because I was great at what I did. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to stop somebody from, my health? I had an injury. I sustained an injury. But I still could have been good in the workers. It don't matter. But I just don't. I have no respect for police.
What? Let me ask you this. You said you was great at what you did.
Great at what I did. I was great.
How was you great at what you did?
Because I could go in a room like this right here with 6 of your boys and y'all all got, Uzis, and I walk in there with a 9mm and I back out the building with $130,000 of your money.
Right. But you was also taking drugs.
Yeah, I was getting all that shit off the street. I was putting it back on the street. What I mean.
So why do you say you was great at your job if you was robbing drug dealers, doing drugs, because
I was doing what they taught me to do. The fuck?
Okay.
I was following instructions. I did great.
So
I was the best.
You did great by their rules.
Yeah.
But somebody like me.
Yeah, but see, once you get pitched, you know what I'm saying? You no longer once you know it. It's a nasty system, bro.
You see where I have trouble seeing you did a great job from a civilian's point of view.
Right.
Now, you like you said, you was going by their rules.
Your point of view is you dirty mother. You was doing everything you wasn't supposed to. How was you a great? I hear you. I feel you. Yeah. But in my mind, I was doing what I was told to do, what I was taught to do. I just didn't give them what they were supposed to get. Oh, I'm sorry. That's where oopsie. Okay, I keep this for me. 100% of this is mine if I take it.
Because I'm thinking a police that's doing a great job goes by the rules that the civilians know about. We don't know about.
Y'all got a whole other set of rules,
right?
Yeah,
and that's the same thing I explained to Fleece about when he talks about prison life. Mm-hmm. You can't expect for us to believe in the same rules you believe in because we was never there,
right?
So that's why I'm asking you to kind of break it down on why you felt like you was a great cop and somebody like me, like, well, I like you as a person, but it didn't sound like you was a great cop by what we perceive cop rules to be.
I lived in a $2.3 million house making $47,000 a year as a salary. I did great. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Don't that speak of criminal though?
Absolutely criminal. Yes, sir. I'm a felon. I said that. I was a felonious. Yeah. I'm very honest about what I did.
Yes, he is.
And the crazy part is, listen, y'all, I'm not free from prosecution from a lot of the things that I've done. So for me to be sitting here telling y'all this is crazy, diabolical work. But it's for the community. You know, I need you people to understand that these police ain't for us. Okay? The whole police system, y'all need to Google it, was created to catch the niggas, the slaves that got away. That's why the whole police department everywhere was created.
Right, but we modernized now.
It's never been modernized. What are you talking about?
Listen.
They slaying us more now than they did back. Well,
I know
we know about it now because we got the internet.
Yeah.
We didn't have the internet back then.
But do you think, when you look at the totality, you know, we use, when we go by totality, we don't go by small numbers. We go by the totality. Most part, out of all the policemen in this country.
Listen, hold on. If the doctors say to you, you got 100 cells in your body, right?
Right.
45% of them are cancerous.
Right.
Damn, that's almost half.
Right.
The hell with the totality of the 100. I got to deal with this 45. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you, Fleece?
A lot of sense.
Yeah, man. Fuck the totality. We got to deal with this shit that's out here.
Hold on. Okay. Now, let's say, for instance, I was a ruler.
A ruler?
Somebody big like that.
Like a Trump?
Yeah.
All right.
How would I prefer that the country be, right? I would prefer that we have a police force to help out on the crime and stuff like that,
You said the
right?
crime?
No, help out
crime.
with crime.
I got you, okay.
And doing things, you know, we have an economy.
Right.
And we need protection. You know, we need a police force. We need all the forces we got now. We would need them. And I would be in agreement with that. And I would be I would be able to understand that out of all the policemen we have after doing that job, I wouldn't put trust in all of them to be good because I know they ain't.
You can't.
And I know it's a whole lot of bad ones, right?
Please, let me ask you.
Now, hold up.
Do you trust yourself?
No, I don't.
Exactly. Why the would you trust a damn politician?
It ain't about trust. It's just about...
You used the word trust just now.
Okay, it's my apology.
All right.
What I want to say is it's just about perspective, right? Like, I believe, I have a nephew that is a policeman. He's a detective in Atlanta. Now listen.
Lord, you just say he's a detective in Atlanta?
He's a
crooked bastard.
Okay, he's a...
Go ahead.
Okay.
I love your nephew now, hopefully.
Okay.
He's a great guy, but he's a crooked bastard.
He's the number one detective.
Oh, he's the number one crook in the police department in Atlanta. That's all I'm hearing. Go ahead.
That's my nephew.
Yeah, love you, nephew. What's up, cousin? You's a crook, nigga. Go ahead. You said number one detective? How the fuck you think he became the number one detective? By writing tests and shit. Assignment here, done. Here you go.
Doing a good job, man.
You're doing a good job, all right.
He's a great man. He would love you too,
Hey,
man.
listen. Hey, I go to Atlanta
I'm serious. He would love you. I'm serious.
Hold on now. I go to Atlanta a lot. So, hey, remember.
He comes down
I'm your
there.
cousin. What's his name? You.
Jeff.
Cousin. Yeah, Jeff. Remember Bishop. Let me go.
Jeffrey Churchill.
Because I'm going to ride through smoking. Well, go ahead.
He's a great guy, man.
I bet he is.
I'm serious. He's a guy that I don't even know how he even became a detective, right?
Why you say that? What characteristics does he have that will make him?
Just beautiful spirit, man. Just a good man, good to everybody.
I got a beautiful spirit.
I'm talking, you're a good man. I'm talking about good. Spirit, man. And
but when I had that badge, I was a whole nother nigga.
And his job is mainly to he investigated just murders. People that he's a homicide detective.
Okay, I wasn't.
He only get closure for the family.
Okay,
find out who killed their loved one. That's his job.
He one of the ones you would see on the first 48 consoling the family.
Nah, he don't. His team goes to first 48. He don't go there.
No, I'm just saying he's one of the ones. You said his team.
His team.
All right, go ahead.
His team appears on.
So why you bring up this great cop?
Because I want people to know that
there's some out there that's
I used to hate him.
Mm-hmm. Who? Your nephew?
No, policemen with a passion. I'm talking about man with a passion.
I don't use the word hate, but I have a strong
I can use. That's when I hit a
I was just in police custody in August.
And so, but knowledge. You know, I stand by the truth, man. And I know that all white people ain't bad. All black people ain't bad.
Right.
All Jews ain't bad. All Russians.
Well, I got white heritage. My
all
daddy
Chinese. But I know there's a lot of bad in these bunch.
It's bad in people, period.
Yeah.
In the human species.
So all I want you to know
your Bible says man born of woman shall be fucked up. That's what it says. It says shall have many troubles in their days.
Hey, let me ask you.
It says right there.
I want to ask you something, though. I'm glad I'm talking to you.
I'm glad I met you.
Because you can help me out on something.
All right.
There's a pastor that comes on YouTube named Geno Jennings.
I love Geno Jennings. I don't.
You do?
I love Geno Jennings. You know why? Hold on. Let me digress. Geno Jennings is a unique character. Much like myself, okay? I do not agree with that shit he says about women shouldn't be in the pulpit and all that. He says a lot of shit that's crazy out there. Plus, he was fucking his secretary. Excuse me. Plus, he was screwing his secretary for about 7 years. So, you know, he's just a unique individual. But I rocks with Geno Jennings.
What did you think about T.D. Jakes?
First of all, my opinion means nothing.
But
in my opinion, I've called him TD Snakes from the time he was Theodore Dexter with the big ass gap and the fro and all that.
Yeah.
Back when he was any preacher of prosperity. You can go straight to hell, sir, man. Yeah.
Right.
That's where you're going. So I have no respect for clergy of the prosperity gospel. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
And anything that comes, like that little stroke, take the mic, the stroke he had a couple of weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? That was a diversion, okay? Because you don't have a stroke, and then 11 hours and 43 minutes later, you in a damn courtroom trying to sue somebody for saying that you groped his nuts, a grown man. Come on. Listen, the spirit of pedophilia, there's no corner of this earth. I'll go through the hills of Kentucky, the foothills of Allegheny County. If you a pedophile, I'm coming for your ass.
Yeah.
That's who I am. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Only because of my personal trauma.
Right.
With that shit. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Now, I want all my reads. Say your name again.
My government name?
No, your
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
BishopLo on the go, BISHOP.
Now y'all done heard the bishop, and y'all done. Hey, he had me over here wrong.
And hold on, I gotta do this. I am not a bishop in the traditional sense of the word bishop. Okay, like I'm going to somebody's church and I'm going to start a church here and start a church there. I'm BishopLo. You see this brand right here on my forehead? I've been wearing this brand since I was 19 years old, down to my drawers. I got videos. You know this, people, but you don't know that's where BishopLo came from. And it's a nickname that I've had since I was like 19, 20 years old.
So, do your YouTube channel have where your viewers can talk to you as we talking?
I have live capability. Yeah, I have 3 people in this world that's fooling with me on YouTube. I don't know where they at. I've had a YouTube supporter. I call them supporters. I don't call them subscribers. I feel calling them subscribers is disrespectful. If you choose to fool with me, you supported me in one way or another.
Right.
So I've had 3 supporters. I got 3 pair of polo gloves from one subscriber. I got a toilet for my van, for my conversion van, from a YouTube supporter. I was screwed up recently in New York. Didn't have a pot to piss in the window. I was out there bad. And a YouTube supporter sent me $50 on Cash App. So, you know, I believe that the universe takes care of its own. Yeah, I take care of everybody, I promise you.
Yeah, I believe
sure
that too.
everybody's
And you're a very interesting person to talk to, man. And I love hearing you talk. And I'm pretty sure people out there would like to do the same. You got something to say?
Yeah, I want him to get more into. We talked about it on.
Hold on, sit down.
The streaming thing that.
I gotta take a break.
The streaming thing that.
I already have a question.
When I streamed the interview last time, I want you to explain, because this is the similar thing that you have with Fleece.
Hold on. See the difference between talking to Big Lee and Fleece? See, now I feel like I'm sitting in front of my damn supervisor that I used to have, Rocky. His name was Rocky and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was the chief interrogator.
Yeah.
You are built for this shit, sir. Go ahead.
Appreciate it. I want you to explain a little more of your childhood, because I interview a lot of people, and the things they have in common is trouble at home, trouble with their parents, trouble in school, foster care.
I never had trouble in school.
Okay.
I was always, I was reading on the 12th grade. Well, my father had me reading Hebrew and Greek at 6 or 7 years old. So I was reading on a post-college level at the 4th grade.
Okay.
So I've always been that guy, which is why I got in trouble at school, because I was bored.
Okay, so you maintained school.
Absolutely.
But it was still...
I had no choice. Otherwise, the brutal beatings that I would receive, I had no choice.
Okay. But
from mother and father.
You spent time in foster care, right?
I spent many years in foster care and group home until I went into a residential treatment facility.
And you was able to maintain good grades?
They kept skipping my grade, which is why I graduated high school early. Okay. Because you have to take placement tests as a child. Mm-hmm. And depending upon your score is where they put you grade-wise. Right. So you can't put a 10-year-old in high school. You know what I'm saying? So they can advance you. They can advance you. Huh? I can't see. I'm sorry. I'm blind, y'all. Did you say?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, they can't advance you but so far. So they skip me a grade. That's why I graduated high school early.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was a smart boy. You know, I was a smart little nigga. You couldn't outsmart me. I promise you that shit.
So when you, I'm going to ask probably a stupid question because I just don't know.
No question is stupid, bro.
If you're in a group home, I know you're not. When you're in a group home like that, are you still getting on the bus to go to school? Are you going to school?
When I was in the group home, school. Nah, but they had a group home has a van.
Okay.
And they have staff that work there, and the staff. Well, when I was in Nyack High School, I had a Cadillac. I had a '79 Coupe de Ville and shit. But no, you can take city. Like I saw buses out there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got some nice. I used to drive them buses in Durham, North Carolina. Same bus, Orion buses. But you could take the city bus or the group home with staff would take you in the van.
So you still going to public school even though you're in group home? Yeah,
there's no school in the group. The group home is just a house in the just a regular looking house.
Okay.
In a city setting.
Now you maintain your grades, but did most of the guys maintain their grades in there?
When you in the group home?
Yeah.
I guess they were in their proper grades. I don't. I was a loner. I'm an introvert, so I don't know.
I was always curious because
I know DMX was in there in the residential treatment.
The rapper that passed away.
Yeah, Earl. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was a classmate, and we used to smoke cigarettes behind the church in the stairwell.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
But what
the name of the place? I'm gonna drop the name.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The Children's Village, Dobbs Ferry, New York, Echo Hills. Telephone number 914-693-0600, I believe. I'm 49 years old. I've had brain cancer. I've had 4 glioblastoma tumors removed from my head January 2021 for my birthday, and I still remember that telephone number. It fucking traumatized me.
That's the place you said it was filled with
pedophiles.
Yeah.
I had to say it. Cat Williams said it on damn Auntie Shay Shay, so I'm going to say it. I had to say this version, asshole.
You said Auntie Shay Shay?
You know that. You know that.
Come on,
gay as hell, man.
I don't know. I don't believe that.
You know Auntie gay as hell, man. You do believe that, and you need to stop it.
I don't believe that, man.
I do.
Hey, Fleece, what man walk around First of all, you ain't gonna be as close as you are to me as no personal assistant, bro. The fuck are you doing? We out here matching outfits, bro. You gotta go. You gotta leave this earth. If somebody see me and you in some damn Coliseum in matching outfits, I got a Birkin bag.
That was his fashion.
Fashion my ass.
That was his fashion guy, man.
Fashion god, brother. Play with that shit. You don't believe that, and you ain't gonna make me believe it.
I do believe it. I believe he's a straight man.
So you don't believe that he's a bisexual or curious?
No, I don't.
You don't believe that he dropped that sex tape in order to save his masculinity?
I do believe he did that, but I don't believe I believe there were so many people saying it.
Why do you believe he's not?
I just hate to pin it on somebody when I don't know.
Why do you believe he's not?
I just hate to pin it on somebody I don't know.
When you don't have concrete proof?
Yeah.
So none of his mannerisms are effeminate to you? He don't act like a woman? Like an old church bitch? That like to gossip? Like an old cackling hen?
No.
He don't act like that?
Smack his
he don't look. I mean, he don't act like he's hard. Like he's the hardest man in the world or something.
Like that, man.
But
come on, man.
I can't put that on him.
All right. That's my belief.
I can't put that on him.
That Uncle Shay Shay
I have a problem. I have a problem with put that on somebody when I don't know.
Well, see, now hold on.
Because that's powerful.
Well, I grew up around it, so I can identify certain.
And Fleece can too.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I get it.
I already told him he was.
Yeah.
Him and Cat. I'm because they got family.
You know something. You know the great thing about the life, you can believe what you want to.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And I'm not knocking nobody for believing. I'm just saying personally.
Right.
When I heard snitch and gay, and when I heard those things, I try not to really fall in that category without saying, yeah.
To each his own.
That's
I'm
me.
not with the deception. That's what I'm not with. The deception.
Because some people can just dislike a person and try to push.
I could care less about what you.
I actually think it's more homosexual.
I like his personality. I like him as a person.
Shay. Yeah.
But
he's a great interviewer. I mean,
but he gay.
Yeah,
I just think it's more people.
Big old
It's more people acting like these manly men that's gay than the ones that you see little bitty Kirks and personality. I believe it's the people that you.
Kirk Franklin gay. I don't know why he don't just come out.
He done said it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
When did he say it?
Kirk Franklin already made it about a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Did y'all ever hear Bishop Lamore Whitehead? He's a preacher that that got robbed on
the one that got robbed for his jewelry in New York.
Yeah, he's doing 9 years right now.
He set up the robbery or something.
Yeah, we used to scam together, son, in Brooklyn. What you talking about?
The one that had $1 million worth of jewelry in church.
First of all, the jewelry was not real. He had it insured. He had real jewelry. He had it insured. He got rid of that. Had some fake jewelry made that's exactly like it. Now ask me how I know all this.
How?
I just told you we used to scam in the fucking 90s before I became. I might have even been a matter of fact, I was already a cop.
Oh.
My mama will tell you that I was the scam king. I was the best.
You had to be making $47,000 a year living in a $2 million house.
6 family. I was getting rent. Yeah, I had tenants. Okay? But what I'm saying is I was the scam king until I pinched my uncle. My uncle was the vice president of Citibank.
Right.
I was going in there. I was washing checks. I was doing a real something. I don't know. I was doing something. I was getting checks.
Yeah.
And I was washing them. This is in 96.
For the people that don't know, you was washing them to reuse them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure they know.
Yeah, yeah. I was scamming.
The ink was coming off and he's putting new ink on them.
Made a whole, put new account, typed in new account numbers and all. I was proficient with it. Okay? My mama will tell you, yo, listen, when I got out at 16, right? Okay. In my room, in the closet, she said she found thousands of account numbers. She said she knew that, but she just couldn't turn me in. You know what I'm saying? She still let me become a cop. So what I'm saying is I was a scammer. And we scammed. My whole point is we did this together in the 90s.
And you scammed with?
And Bishop Lamore Whitehead.
New York fans.
You seen him before?
I know who you talking about.
Oh, okay,
I don't know if Fleece know.
He wore all kind of. Yo, he was doing it though. He should have gave it up when he got the crib in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Let that go, bro. Now you got to figure out a way to maintain this shit. See, these niggas be getting greed will always pinch you in your nuts, sir, ma'am. It's gonna always get you. Greed gonna take you down.
Yeah.
Every time. But back to my childhood, you said?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm trying to draw a line in
how I became a cop and
I
had such a foul childhood.
Well, for parents out there who's not doing the right thing by their kids at home, what they're setting them up for. And I ain't saying you should spoil your kids and all that.
I can't do that because if you look at from the outside looking in, my parents did the right thing. My father was a reverend, bishop. My mother was a minister in the church, minister of music and songstress.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I say it though.
Okay, go ahead.
You also said your father had you down in the basement,
torturing me.
Right. So I can't say he did the right thing.
No,
it is
from a traditional standpoint, from the outside looking in, you would think. Okay. You wouldn't know what's going on behind them doors. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So really, those problems at home, like we was talking about the beatings. When I told you I never got every whooping I got, I deserved, and I knew it. And Fleece was like, I got something I didn't deserve. Yeah, it's gonna turn you a certain type of way if you getting beat.
Yeah, I was a little thief and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I took my mother's jewelry, $40,000 ring, and gave it to some little black girl in PS 161. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I stole my mother's Oldsmobile Omega at 7 years old in 1983. Okay, well, was driving to school.
Well, what we're talking about is the making of a crook.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
For you to be doing that at 7?
Theft, right.
Shit, at 7 years old?
7. I was already smoking cigarettes. I had cocaine at 7, bro. At 9
I remember you
in
told me.
St. Stephen, South Carolina.
I remember you told me about.
From my uncle, the car dealer.
Okay, so from the outside looking in, how did your parents do the right thing? In your eyes, from the outside looking in, how would you say
looking
that they did?
Looking back now,
Yeah.
the best thing they did was put me in the system. My mother, the best thing she did was put me in the system. Had she not put me in the system, I would not be able to deal with her today.
How do you let? And this is my problem.
Mm-hmm.
How do you let a 7-year-old? Because his story is the same.
I actually have the answer for this question. Fleece told me earlier, y'all out there, that would you say, Fleece, about my answering capabilities?
Yeah.
You said I have an answer for everything, or I think I have an answer for everything. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm a humble guy. I'm just a novice at this whole thing called life. But you said,
How do parents?
Notice my inability to focus. Stay off drugs, y'all.
How do parents let a 7-year-old?
Right. I got the perfect answer. If you go and watch my YouTube video of my latest interactions with my mother, she answered that question herself because I asked her that.
Enlighten me.
How did you let me go at 7 years old? You know what she said?
What's that?
She wanted to do what you wanted to do. That shit blew me.
Now, I said it to say.
Blew me.
I said it to back up. How was your parents doing the right thing then?
They didn't.
But you said from the outside looking in.
Oh yeah, you would think.
You would think. I wouldn't think.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No.
But if I see a successful with a nice house.
Yeah, but if I see a 7-year-old, I can understand.
No, nobody
7.
saw that.
Okay.
That wasn't seen.
Okay.
Nobody
seen you stealing cars and.
No, nobody. I wasn't steal cars. I stole my mama's car.
And her jewelry, right?
Well, I did steal cars actually when I was.
Okay.
Fuck.
I've raised kids.
Okay.
So it would be virtually impossible
for your 7-year-old to get out with your car.
And me, I leave my keys sitting out, but to run amok in a way.
Yeah, because listen, man, my father was running a church. This is another message. You just pulling messages and nuggets out me like this is another message. My father was running a church. The fuck he care about a kid? I got a church to run. I got to make this money so I can take care of you niggas.
When I was young going to church, you know who would be at church with their father that was a minister? His kids. How was you left outside the church? Your father was running the church?
No, I was in the church. I grew up in church.
No. I'm saying you said your father was in church, which pulled him out of the house.
Oh yeah.
The preacher at the church I went to, his kids were the same age I was. They were at the church with him, and the mother after she got off from work or whatever she was doing. Why wasn't you at the church with him when he was at church after you got out of school or whatever?
Oh, where did I get the time?
Yes.
That shit, say that, nigga. Damn, you got me up. What he's asking me? Oh, I made the time, nigga. When you are dedicated to a criminal life,
you 7, you not making time yourself.
Yes, I was, bro.
You get in the car with me and we going. It ain't no choices at that point.
Okay, my dad wasn't like that. My pops wasn't like that.
Okay.
That's why I tell you I don't know the man.
Okay.
I buried a man I don't even know, man. I'm hearing all these stories about this nigga. Yo, he paid for this kid's college. He paid for this kid's college. I'm like, who? Where? I found 6 siblings when my biological father, the Reverend, died. 6. I found in his paperwork. I had to go to all of them to try to have these sorry motherfuckers sign off on paperwork for his debt. Because the nigga, he died in debt.
Now let's back up again.
Come on.
Now we're getting to what I was saying.
All right.
2 parents. He's in church.
He in church.
And in a lot of other women's houses.
Plenty. Nigga, that's why I wasn't with him. Because he was too busy fucking.
That's right. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's why you wasn't in church with him.
I was sugarcoating this shit. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You want it raw.
Yes. because we done already
Rolling Stone.
surpassed monetization on this video a long time ago.
Sorry,
no, we can go now. We might as well just go now.
Oh, okay, well, guess what?
Yeah.
Papa was a fucking whore.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I found 6 siblings when the nigga died. You hear venom in my voice? I'm mad at that motherfucker to this day. You died in debt, sir. Okay? Your fucking deacons took $480,000 out of your bank account before you died after they stuck your ass in the nursing home. Okay? You lived this foul-ass life abusing women. This is why I fucking changed. Because I saw where my daddy was going years ago. And this is when I became a clean, stand-up nigga that's going to tell the truth regardless. Okay? You died in debt, bro. I had to fucking take a loan out on my truck to bury your ass. That's what happened. Because he was the preacher.
Now, saying that we discussed all that. Now, I want to back up again because I don't understand, even from the outside looking in, because people are on the outside looking in, but they know what's going on too. It still comes down
people
to
like, my aunts and uncles and all that, you mean?
your aunts, uncle, people at the church.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people knew what was going on.
Cousin, excuse me.
Okay.
I need to address my cousin who made a comment on your video.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, Cookie, you one of the motherfuckers that probably could have saved my ass. But yet, you want to put the Browns, see, because I know some Browns, my family are Browns. I know some motherfucking Browns you don't want to meet. That meet the Brown shit, I know some Browns you don't want to meet. Okay? I know some Browns who was a bunch of fucking cokeheads, a bunch of goddamn whores. Okay? Back in the day now, they all deacons and then one want to be a preacher so goddamn bad, this thieving motherfucker, but he ain't gonna never make it. Because he's a crook at heart. You know what I'm saying? My uncle. He was a car dealer for 40 years. Retired a multi-millionaire. I can't get $10 to get my fucking insulin next week if I was laying on his curb. Dying. Rock out with my cock out. That's how he lived. He can't keep his dick to himself to save his life. And my aunt, they gave him chance after chance. But this is what I was raised by. They're Browns.
We're getting to what I was saying about this 7-year-old running amok.
Yeah. I was raised by that shit, bro.
I
was raised by a
there was no guidance at all.
Zero.
The
streets guided.
Yeah.
I'm for the streets, man. I'm telling you, that's how I grew up. Cocaine is at 9 years old?
Yeah.
Are you nuts?
Right.
How'd I get the cocaine? Ask me. Somebody in this fucking room asked me how I got the cocaine.
How did you get the cocaine?
So I had an uncle. God damn it. He sold cars in South Carolina. And he was a cocaine addict. He'll tell you right to this motherfucker day. You find him passed out in the house, his nose full of cocaine, bloody as a motherfucker. So he had this 76 Corvette, red. I known cars since I was this tall. I've been a car fanatic since I was that tall. That's why I stole my mama so young. He had this candy red 76 Corvette. And we was living at my grandmother's house because in St. Stephen, South Carolina, I used to spend the summers with my grandmother because that's what black mothers did back in the day. Send your fucking kid to your mama down south where you can't see him and you can do what the hell you want to in the church with this reckless bastard, my father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love my mama. I loved my daddy. But they were some fucked up people back in the day. Now everything is the Lord. And see, that's why I can't receive this Christianity shit. How was they so fucked up back then? And now you want me to, listen to a scripture from you. Are you kidding me? Cuss me out or something. Knock me upside the fucking head so I know you still the same person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this damn Corvette, this thing, Archie running back and forth in my grandmother's door. She yelling, screaming at me, thinking it's me running this out the door. I'm in here. I'm a fat kid. I'm in here eating Dunkin'. I tell you like you know them black and white cookies?
Yeah.
I used to dunk them in Tropicana fruit punch.
Wow.
Till they get soggy. That's why I got fucking diabetes. And then I had diabetes at 10. And they wondered what. They failed me everywhere. He in and out the Corvette. I said, what is he doing? When I had my opportunity, I was in and out that damn Corvette. I was too. God damn it. You go in, I'm going out.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. And I had my first hit of cocaine at 9 years old. Go ahead. And was hooked.
This is Fleece talk. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I listened to you, man. I sat back and I couldn't stop laughing because
I ain't trying to be funny.
I know what type of thief he was. He was.
I was a good one, I tell you that. I was.
He was irritating. He was one of them irritating thieves, right? Irritating. I mean, he's so good at it.
I'll help you find that shit. Come on, let's look. I don't know where that ring is, man. I swear I don't know where that ring is.
Man.
The only way she got that ring back, the little girl mother called the school.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell did somebody... She was going to keep the ring, she said. So, the school asked the teachers to ask the students in that class, and it was me. And when my mother went to look, it was a piece she would have never missed. That's the crazy part.
She had that much jewelry.
Yeah, she had a lot of... She was a, black church first lady back in the...
And your father had to keep her happy because he was out here, he was moving around.
Yeah,
moving around.
He had a bad time, throw all
6 siblings, sir, that I found out about. There's probably more. Yeah. And all that shit's on YouTube too. When I discovered it, found out all this,
it's on your channel.
Yeah, all from back in the day. I had another page. I gotta find it. I had with my other email. They do it by email address or something like that. And I gotta get access to that email.
Yeah, email. I think they do phone number too. Depending on what you set it up with.
Because I had my white grandmother on that page too, and that's the last memories I have of when Okay, so boom. Can I say something else?
Yeah.
So I had a grandmother, Thelma Lee Bailey. Y'all can Google her. She lived to 100 years old, Enterprise, Alabama. Thelma Lee Bailey, white woman, look black, she white. So my daddy hid her from me.
Is that his mother?
His mother.
Okay.
So he white. So
he was mixed.
Correct. He's very light skinned. I got a picture of him. I'll send you a picture.
Oh, your daddy?
My daddy was very light, 6'9", 500 pounds. He was ashamed that his mama was white. His mama was raped by the mayor of Enterprises in Alabama.
I don't know.
My grandmama was fucking the mayor, who was married. My father came out of that union. He was ashamed of his heritage from the beginning. So for 46 years, I went for 46 years. No, I went for, how was I when I found her? I found her in 17. When he died, I found her.
To tell her that he's passed away. Is that what you...
Tell who?
Is your grandmother? Is that why you...
My grandmother. My fucking grandmother was dead. I was told that my whole fucking life. So I see Thelma Lee Bailey in my pops... Because Pop still had Rolodexes.
A picture rap.
No, I ain't found no picture. I
Where's
found his
phone
Rolodex.
number? Yeah.
His mama's number.
Full of women, too.
I got Rolodexes, sir. And he used to have, and I knew he had identifying marks. Like with the mothers, I cross-referenced, because I was a detective, they trained me. I cross-referenced a lot of shit, and I see certain pieces of information with this one, knowing you put a star, knowing that a child was born out of this relationship. If you got a star, you had a child by him. So what was I talking about? What my hand looking like this? What's in my hand?
You was going through his Rolodex.
Rolodex. I see Thelma Lee Bailey, my grandmother's name. I'm like, damn, this looks like me. Boop, 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 boop. My Aunt Emma picks up the phone. I didn't even know I had a fucking Aunt Emma. Who the hell are you? I said, yeah, hello, I'm looking for Thelma Lee Bailey. Who is this? My name is John Wilkerson. John? This don't sound like you. I'm like, it's me. She thinking it's my father. Because they ain't spoken so many years. Because that's my father's cousin, Emma. I call her Aunt Emma, right? She ain't my aunt. She my damn second cousin. My grandmother adopted her. You know how they...
Yeah.
The mama sent you with you. If you can't handle this motherfucker, send her to the grandma, send her to Big Mama. So he always resented her, which is why I never even knew about her, because she was the favorite child now. Because the mama adopted her. There's a bunch of sick motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Really. Back in the day, there's some sick people.
Yeah.
So long story short, he hid my grandmother from me for 40 years. And I found out about my grandmother when he died. So I went and drove Franklin, Tennessee. Right here. It's not too far. I went and found her, went to meet her, and got locked up in Tennessee. It was a long story. But I found her and she told me everything. She told me all the stories. She thought I was him because she had dementia. She thought she was speaking to her son. So she's speaking to me like she's speaking to her son over the years. And when I told her, when I finally revealed it, I said, I'm your grandson. This was like the third day I was there because I rented a hotel room and everything. Took dogs with me in my Benz and all that shit. It was an event. I'm going to meet my grandma who's been dead. She's alive again. So, long story short, I met her. She told me everything. And I lived 40 years without a grandmother because black people back in the days like to hide their dirt. So, message, don't hide your shit, people, in these family secrets.
Right.
It's horrible, man.
Yeah, it is.
Let that shit out. That's the only way you can heal. Your family or whatever y'all got going on is going to forever have to deal with that. And if you don't learn the lesson in that tragedy, you're destined to repeat it. That's all.
That is right.
Let that shit go.
You got anything else you want to say besides? I mean, except stay free, and we got to have you back there.
Hey, stay out of prison, man.
Yeah, we do.
And stay out. See, first you got to stay out the custody of the police. That's gonna lead you to prison. See, you lucky if you get to prison now. Am I lying?
Lucky that.
Prison is a luxury rather than that casket they're going to have to put you in
Easy
for fooling with these police, man. Because these police will kill you, man. I don't know if you know it or not. They will kill you. Because because the police number one belief is I got to get home to my family.
And we running out of bed cells. Jail cells.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow Mr. BishopLo on the go on his YouTube page. And y'all have a good evening.
Chat!